Merry Christmas to you and yours. I don't know what the yours means. Like, that could be anything. Like what? My family, my gerbils. It's like when it comes to Christmas, be specific. The 12 Days of Christmas, the most specific song ever written. It's literally a shopping list. You want a partridge in a pear tree? Okay. I'll make a stop at the partridge store, and then the pear tree store after that. I'm done. I'm done for you. Oh wait, there's 11 more? And half of them are living things? I should have started planning this last year. Why didn't you tell me about this earlier? The 12 Days of Christmas are about a maniac whose desires have run completely out of control. Like, imagine going up to somebody and you're like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And they just turn to you and they're like, do you really want to know? Well, on the first day of Christmas, and that's when you would stop them, you'd be like, okay, see you later. You're getting an iTunes gift card. Dude, I wish I got anything this year. Santa, he did come to my house. He did bring presents. But because I know him, he thinks he doesn't have to sneak around, so he just knocked on the front door at like 3 a.m. And he came in and he's like, hey, can I come in? I'm like, yeah, it's Christmas. And he didn't eat any of my milk and cookies. Instead, he was like, hey, can you cook up like a couple eggs for me real quick? I'm like, Santa, man, I just want to go to bed. And while I was cooking the eggs, he took a huge shit. He was in there for like an hour. It set him so far back in the delivery. At one point in there, I just heard him scream, this one's gonna cost me Cambodia. So Cambodia didn't get any presents this year. And then I get a text from him 10 minutes later. He's like, oh shit, I forgot to leave the presents. I'm like, Santa, don't even worry. Just forget it. To those of you who say Santa isn't real, I have one thing to say to you. I wish you were right. I really wish you were right. I want to forget Christmas. I want to move on. I want to move on to January 1st, 2026. That's the one after 2025, if anybody's still keeping track. New Year's, I don't know what I'm going to do for New Year's this year. The New Year's plans never materialize until like December 30th. They begin to solidify. Who has time to figure out what they're doing on New Year's after all the planning and coordination that goes into Christmas? What kind of a psychopath is thinking that far ahead? The kind of person who knows exactly what they're doing for New Year's Eve by December 20th, they're also the kind of person who's always planning in their mind what would happen if they had to kill somebody, like at any given moment. They're like, yes, I'm going to the Dusty Lantern at 8:30 for drinks with the girls, and then at 9:30 we're gonna get dinner at the horse's skeleton. We're gonna leave the horse's skeleton at 10:30. We're gonna take selfies for half an hour. At 11, we're gonna fight each other with wooden bats in a field. And then at like 11:55, we're gonna go home and we're just gonna watch the ball drop on our phones and then go to bed. For us, it's really more just about the bat part of it. We really like that part. I commiserate with people who find New Year's Eve to be depressing. I used to feel that way until I realized years are made up. I think Jesus invented them. Jesus said to his disciples, like, look, if I die, don't do anything weird to the calendar. I don't want the whole calendar to be about me. I'm kind of a big enough deal as it is. You don't have to slap on top of it, okay, we're gonna go back to 0. This is now a Christian podcast. But you know, if you were doing Christmas, I mean, I'm just gonna point out the obvious, you know, it's kind of a Jesus-y kind of deal. It is kind of funny that, like, you can be whatever and you can enjoy Christmas. I mean, why not? It's for everybody. But it's kind of funny to, like, not believe any of that and just be like, yeah, I just like the part where there's a big fucking plant in my house and I have to spend $500 on stuff that I don't know if anyone's gonna like. I'm not gonna show up to Christmas like the wise men. I'm not bringing gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Nobody knows what half that shit is. Frankincense? It sounds like incense that gives off the scent of a guy named Frank. Gold? No. I'm Jesus. I'm a baby. I don't need currency. But I mean, he did, actually, because his parents were poor. Maybe that's the whole point of that. They're like, hey, here's a little walking around money since, you know, you gave birth to an alien or whatever. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We've been walking 7 straight days. And basically, that's the story of Christmas. Cut to 2025 years later, if you're going by Jesus time. Didn't need to change the years, Jesus. They already had years. They had BC. It's not like they were all standing around and they were like, man, wonder when this Christ guy is gonna show up so we can finally start time for real. I guess a question, perhaps stupidly vague, I'd like to pose is how far back does recorded history go? Okay, 6,000 years old. Yeah, because that's when they figured out how to write stuff down. Yeah, sounds right. Question asked and answered. Well, I guess I'll just sit here and stare at the wall now. That was the last thing I ever had to say. Yeah, I think this is the end of the podcast, and I'll refund you if you gave me money, because if you gave me money, that was a mistake, because the podcast is free. You know, a lot of confused people, you know, old people, they're like, oh, do I have to pay to listen to the podcast? They don't understand, because they're brainwashed boomer capitalists. It's like, no, this is a public utility. This podcast is socialism. Bernie Sanders is working on legislation as we speak, sitting in the study of his fucking Lincoln Log vacation home. And he's like, oh, the Purgatory Podcast is a human right. And he's right. Oh, fuck. I don't want to take this call. Okay, I'm just gonna take the call. Hello?
Ho, ho, ho. Are you watching The Bachelorette?
What? Why are you opening with that? Christmas just happened.
Oh, it sucked this year.
Yeah, well, it sucked for me too, man.
You know what else sucked?
What?
Christmas night, 1942. The crowds were swarming my sleigh. Long story short, they got Rudolph.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shot him right in the nose. Apparently that's what was keeping him alive. We didn't know that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was hard for all of us. So we replaced him with a clone. Nobody noticed. Nobody cared.
How did you get his nose to glow?
Experimental amounts of radiation exposure. Ho, ho, ho!
So what were you gonna get me this year?
You wanted 2 copies of Sleepless in Seattle, right?
No. Look, dude, I've seen You've Got Mail. I've seen Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, but it's better because it has Tom Hanks. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, so does You've Got Mail.
Oh. Shit, really?
Yeah. They ran out of ideas for movies earlier than we thought. By the 90s, it was over. Well, thanks for calling in, Santa. Did you get what you wanted this year?
No, the Jets suck this year. I lost a lot.
Alright, thanks a lot, Santa. The Purgatory Podcast Christmas episode is brought to you by those little Danish butter cookies you can get. Support the Danish butter cookie industry. It's the only thing keeping the Danish economy afloat. And if anybody says the Danish economy is stupid because it comically overvalued tulip bulbs, I would say to you, that's Dutch, not Danish. I said Danish. Danish is Denmark. To be honest, though, it is kind of confusing to have something called Dutch and then have something called Danish. All of those countries need to just get over their differences over whether stroopwafel is good. I assume that's what the boundary lines are still drawn around. Just various political squabbles over stroopwafel. By the way, a delicious Dutch treat is squabble over stroopwafel. Sorry, no, that's Danish. Fuck! It is confusing. Here's how I imagine Europe, and I'm gonna be like, this is a really honest assessment of my mental geographic map of that area of the world. A huge chunk of that shit up there is fully Russia. No question about that. But there's definitely a part of Russia that's in Europe. And that's fine. Russia's allowed to do that. Then you got other little stuff going on. You got little guys. You got Italy kicking the ocean. Greece is swinging around somewhere down there. UK, I basically get that. It's a bunch of little islands. Who cares? It's all just, it's exactly where you would think it is. Like, if you're relying on me for directions, I can't help you. I don't know, like, just look it up on a map. You can pull a map up on your phone. You can zoom in so far you can see me. You can watch me doing the podcast right now. It'll be an interactive experience. You can click on me. You can make me do stuff. You can make me walk around like a sim. Starting in 2026, you will be able to control everybody you see in Google Street View. You will be able to plug into their consciousness. It will be horrifying for you. It's an insanely traumatic experience. Just like using Google search. Google has mental health support services for users who have been driven insane by how horrible Google search is now. People are like, I used to just type stuff on Google. I would put, dogs for rent or whatever. You can't rent a dog, don't do it. But it's the first thing I came up with. Now Google, if you put that in, Google will say, first result, a Tesla ad. Second result, just the homepage for Petco. Third result, it just says, you are an idiot, click here. And you click on the link, and it's just a text file of every single thought you've ever had in your entire life. You're like, I don't want to see that. So you go back. Fourth result, Facebook. And you're like, that's not even close. That's not even close to anything I put in. That's just Facebook. I gotta bring out somebody you should not add if you're on Facebook. His name is Slurp on Lipstick. He's posting stuff on there every single minute. He's like, the time is now 12 o'clock. The time is now 12:01 every minute. It's infuriating. We're like, I muted him years ago. He has 500,000 followers. I have 9. It's not right. It's not right that he's more famous than me. Please welcome Slurp on Lipstick. Thank you. I'm Slurp on Lipstick. Everybody, yeah, you guys can sit. You don't have to stand for time check. But if you want me to give you all $10, you have to. So it's your choice. I've just been so busy. I've been in talks with world governments recently. In 2026, I want minutes to be only 30 seconds instead of 60. And so far they're in agreement. They're like, yeah, let's just end history faster. And I said, that's what I was thinking. So I'm not sure how it's going to work. I think the coming days will be shortened, and it's because of me. You're welcome. I had an enchanting Christmas. I purchased 200 tons of concrete for each of my 7 young identical sons. They demanded it. They wouldn't refuse to tell me what they're using it for, but I got it for them. And honestly, when they got them, they looked kind of disappointed, like it wasn't the right slabs that they wanted. And it just so happens that my 7 young identical sons are now calling me, and I can't ignore them, not on Christmas. I can ignore them on Arbor Day. They always say, on Arbor Day, leave us alone, we have shit to do. Hello?
Hello, Father.
Hey, I'll be home soon. I'm sorry if I'm late. I gotta do this fucking dumbass podcast. Hey, are you guys having fun with your materials?
This isn't quite what we wanted, Father.
Why do you need concrete slabs? What are you trying to build?
We're going to build a pyramid to focus various energies.
What kinds of energies?
Christmas energies?
Okay. As long as it's Christmassy, it's fine. By the way, it's 10 o'clock, so you should be in bed by now. And that's also time check. Alright, well, is there anything else you guys wanted for Christmas that you didn't get?
Yes, we put so much down on the Jets this year, Father. We could use a little help.
I heard they're doing bad. I don't know, but I'm not going to reimburse you for your poor decisions.
Okay, we'll just figure out a way to steal from you instead. Merry Christmas.
Wait, no, they can't hang up on me. Everybody thinks, being the host of Time Check, I have my stuff together. I got everything figured out. I'm always everywhere on time. My life is a shit show. Yesterday, every button on my shirt was off by 1. And sure enough, the next day, all the tabloids talking about Slurp on Lipstick's shirt is beyond redemption. And that's before I even get to the pants and the socks. I was wearing a hat in exactly the wrong place on my body. I'll leave that open to your interpretation. But it was totally off. I missed the mark by a wide margin. Anyway, I hope you all of your Christmas wishes came true. I hope you received the new Slurp-On Lipstick time check calendar for 2026. Each month is just my license picture. It was a mistake. I sent the wrong photo to the guy, but we made like 300,000 of these, so it's gonna be that kind of year for Slurp-On Lipstick, I guess. Alright, well, Merry Christmas and Merry and Happy Salami to whichever religion practices that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. This has been Time Check. See you later. Incredible. Give it up. Give it up for Time Check. A lot of people don't know Time Check is actually based on an ancient German fable about a guy who kept track of the time. And I think, I haven't read it, but I think at the end he gets eaten by a griffin. I don't know if Slurp-On Lipstick has read that, but it might be a cautionary tale. I don't know. What is this, Trump removes nearly 30 career diplomats from ambassadorial and other senior embassy posts as it moves to reshape the U.S. diplomatic posture. Reshape U.S. diplomatic posture is the most AP way of saying, yeah, there's a guy going fucking psycho right now. It's like if you break into my home and you point a gun in the air and you, like, fire a bunch of rounds into the ceiling. I'm gonna say, like, holy shit, we're being robbed. And then you say, you're not being robbed, I'm just reshaping the diplomatic posture. It's now a completely different shape than it was. It's taking the shape of two giant middle fingers right in your face. And by the way, we're a Christian nation. Our nation is founded on the line in the Bible. I believe it's the Book of Bullshit, chapter 7, verse 2. You can kill people as long as they live somewhere else. If they live somewhere else, they basically deserve to die. I'm Jesus, and I'm literally saying this. It's one of those great quotes that, like, really stirs the hearts of many. The thing is, there actually is a lot of murder and death in the Bible. I mean, it's horrible. It's a record of, like, atrocities committed against humanity. And then Jesus is like, wait, that wasn't... we fucked up, sorry. Here's how you're supposed to do it? And we tried, but we really fucked up really bad. I'm sorry to tell you. But it's fine because it's Christmas and I've been enjoying eggnog recently. I mean, I'm talking about non-alcoholic eggnog. It's so heavy, it's so sweet, but eggnog is delicious and you should drink it whenever you can, but in very, very, like, you should basically microdose eggnog. The person who invented eggnog ran to their wives and they're like, honey, I came up with something incredible. She says, what is it? And they said, it's my new invention, eggnog. And she was like, I didn't see you using any eggs. Also, what is nog? He's like, shut the hell up. And the recipe has been a secret ever since. At the grocery store I go to, it shows up in, like, mid-October. Like, you're wasting so... nobody is buying eggnog in mid-October. I mean, I guess they are. Otherwise, eggnog wouldn't be in the store. So I must be wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm an Eggnog Ignoramus, okay? All that I know is that it's delicious, and I know that it makes a great breast milk substitute. Your baby's gonna be totally fine on eggnog. And look, it's Christmas time. You don't want to get a tit out. Tits in on Christmas. They're not appropriate. But anyway, I'm getting a call on the Purgatory Podcast phone line. Hello, you're on with the Purgatory Podcast.
Hello.
Who is this?
I am the ghost of Christmas future.
Oh. Wait. Am I supposed to start with you?
What?
I thought it went past, present, future.
Oh, am I early?
Yeah, I didn't meet the other two yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm new.
How are you new?
I'm the future. That's the newest anything can possibly be.
That's true.
Okay, well, do you want me to, like, catch you up or what?
No, I'll wait for those guys to show up.
Honestly, if it's this late, I think they missed this.
What do you mean they missed it? What do you know? Tell me what you know.
You died.
Well, yeah, I knew that.
Oh, it doesn't work without context.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, well, basically, the lesson we were trying to tell you is, like, don't be a piece of shit.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I hear from Ghost of Christmas Present or Christmas Past, I'll let you know.
That would be really good. I haven't caught up with those guys in a while. We should go out for a drink, you know?
Yeah, I'll tell them that if I see them.
Alright, I'm gonna go play Call of Duty for 6 straight hours.
Is that what you do on Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, that was the Christmas episode of the Purgatory Podcast. It's just like Christmas itself. It comes and goes. A lot of people are like, I take off, 3 days just to really digest the Purgatory Podcast Christmas episode. As for Christmas itself, I don't care about that at all, and I don't care about my loved ones. I'm really just waiting to hear the Purgatory Podcast Christmas episode. Because the best gift of all is words that somebody says to you, so you don't have to think of words on your own. What better gift could I possibly offer other than money or socks or something like that? I'm a sock for your mind. I don't want your mind to get cold. Smother it in the warm embrace of podcasts. Anyway, I'll see you in the new year, and I'll be somewhere doing something. I don't know yet, okay? I'm keeping my options open. Bye-bye.